So it's currently 95 degrees out right now, but it feels like 102. So the love for this K-Truck right now is real. But in today's video, what I'm really just gonna focus on is painting the front bumper black. I wanna paint this tow hook red so it could match with the calipers. I wanna paint the battery cover black. And I want to paint the drums back. I still have to do the interior. That's probably going to be the next video. I still want to gut the whole interior, but it's just so hot right now that I can't even imagine just even being in this truck for more than 10 minutes. First step, I think I'm just going to clean the wheel wells, take off this dirt off, and then I'm not going to take off the whole caliper because I don't want to bleed the system. So I'm just going to put like a box or something right here so I can rest upon it and then just paint everything really quickly. I don't know if it's because it's 105 degrees out, but this is not coming out. I have the e-brake off, obviously. So it's either seized or I'm just really lazy. And I'm not really crazy about painting drums. It's a little obnoxious in my opinion. Like when I see Civics and other cars like Corollas and stuff with painted drums, it's like, it doesn't look as cool as calipers. So I'm probably just gonna leave these black. Luckily they're black and they're not super rusty. All right, so I know this video is a little all over the place, but like I said, initially I was gonna just take off the caliper and do it that way. I know it's just 2 bolts, but I really just don't feel like doing that. So I'm gonna do it the easy way. Just put some garbage bags around everything to protect it and do it that way. So what you're gonna need is an iron brush. This is the best I have right now. This is a 320 and this is a 230. That one's a little fine, so that's probably like a 600 at that point. Some tape for the bags, some scissors for the bags. I bought this at the dollar store just in case. Some soapy water, Chris Fix-It voice, some alcohol, this, and a toothbrush just to get like the little tight areas. So we're gonna start by putting some water on it and giving it a nice clean. All right, next we're gonna spray it with some brake cleaner. Now I'm gonna use some alcohol just to make sure. So the caliper looks pretty clean. It's a HiJet, so if it doesn't look perfect, I'm not gonna be mad. I just think it would look dope if these are red, especially with the black wheels I'm gonna paint those also. The drums, we're gonna revisit them, see what happens, but I'm gonna start prepping with this now, start using garbage bags and make sure I don't get that paint on anything else. All right, so I know it looks a little crazy, but it is very well protected. Anywhere you see rubber, honestly, just cover it. So here's what I'm using for the calipers, the Dupli color caliper paint. I definitely see myself only using 1 can. I'm gonna do about 3 coats, so let's get it started. And while that dries, I'll get started on the second side. Another thing I'm gonna be doing in this video is the tow hook. That goes right there on the HiJet. I'm gonna paint this red as well. I'm gonna use the caliper paint, even though I know it's not gonna get hot under there, but I want the reds to match. So the other side has to dry for at least 10 minutes. So I'm gonna sand this and then just prep everything so I can start painting this side as well. This is nice and smooth. All right, the caliper is nice and masked. Brake pads are covered. Everything is covered. All right, first coat is done on this side. Let's go back to the other side now and do the second coat. I want to make sure to get in the little tight spots, like right there. All right, so I sanded it some more. I'm gonna put some alcohol down, take all the dirt and everything off. And to prime it, I'm gonna use this. Make sure to move around so you get all the angles. All right, so I did 3 coats on each side. Here's this one. I don't think there's any imperfections to do another one. We'll go to the other side. Looks pretty good. I did 2 coats of the tow hook so far. I'm gonna do at least 1 more on that. Next, I'm gonna take the 320 grit and just sand it down a little bit. I mean, it's not that bad. Once I'm done with the battery cover, I'm gonna start with the front bumper. I cannot wait to put everything back together to show you how good this is about to look, but let's do the prep. Now let's do the first coat of paint. I'm gonna do one more coat, then I'm gonna hold it and try to get all the little areas that I can't get, like down here and stuff like that. So let's do that last coat. So I'm just gonna let this dry right here. I think I'm gonna start taking off all the masking tape on here. So let's see how good of a job we actually did. I think it looks much better. As you can see, we added at least 15 brake horsepower. So let's do the other side now, see how that looks. So masking was pretty good. Unfortunately, I got some paint on the rotor right there. That really sucks, but I think it looks great. You got to keep in mind that these rims are going on. I would paint the hubs black too, but you're not really gonna see them. So I'm very happy how this looks. I feel like when most people get K-Trucks, their builds are usually a 2-inch lift kit, big off-road tires, LED light bars, a winch. I want this to be literally like a street drift missile if possible, honestly. My first couple cars have been like a Miata. I had 3 Miatas. I had a GSX. So this is going to be more of that JDM build. So it's not going to have any winches or any lifts. If anything, I want to put the car lower. I want to get a different spring rate. I cannot wait to put everything back together to show you how good this is about to look. But let's do the prep. All right, these are nice and clean. Bit of advice, do not use 220 grit on these. As you see, got pretty scuffed. But I'm going to do 2 coats of primer before I do anything. So let's bring that over there and start that process. Alright, so the third and final coat was just applied on this. I'm going to hit it with some clear coat as well when that's done drying. I'm almost done with this. I have maybe 1/3 of it left. So I'm going to run to Home Depot real quick and buy another can, because there's no way I'm going to finish the bumper with that little bit. So see you guys in a sec. 2 cans later, that should be enough for the bumper. Time for this to get installed. Time to hit this with a clear coat. Now for the grand finale of this video and of this paint project. We're going to clean the bumper with some soapy water and get it ready for paint. So I forgot to buy more sandpaper at Home Depot, so I'm just gonna keep using this 320 grit sponge. Hopefully it isn't too bad, but there's just some minor imperfections on the bumper that I want to clean up, so let me go do that really quick. So I did this again. I think I'm not even gonna touch it with clear coat. It looks pretty good the way it is. So I'm gonna let everything dry right here. Front bumper is dry. Time to hit it with alcohol, take off the grease and everything off. And then I'm gonna do 2 coats of primer. Hopefully I have enough. And then I have 2 bottles of the paint, so that should definitely be enough. I'm trying to have everything loaded on the car today. I would like to have the whole front assembly done today. Put all the lights and stuff back. The wheels themselves, they can stay like this till tomorrow morning, because tomorrow morning I'm gonna do the sound deadening for sure. And hopefully I get my plates sooner than later, because all this is done and I can't even drive it legally. So the GoPro's charging. I did my second coat of this. I'm gonna use my iPhone really quick. That's how the battery cover looks. Absolutely fire. I'm gonna start reassembling everything right now. So I have that light on. My indicators have a bit of like white paint, so I'm just gonna use Goo Gone to take that off really quickly. And I'll get back to you guys in a sec. Back to new. Just finished the 3rd coat. Oh yeah, you could definitely see it. Look how choppy it is. I guess I'm not being patient enough, so I'm gonna let this dry. And maybe honestly reevaluate this. I'm just gonna let this chill for like an hour. So the tow hook is on and it looks fire. Can't wait to put this on. Let's see if this looks any better than before, because it was looking crazy. I mean, it's kind of coming together now, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look as bad. So I'm actually just gonna leave it here so it can dry overnight. I don't want to put it on and take it off again, so I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning and we're gonna address it and see how it looks in the morning. So it was the next morning. Upon further inspection, it doesn't really look too bad. Let me move it somewhere where you can see it better. All right, so as you see from yesterday, I mean, it looks good. It has minor imperfections. You could see kind of right there. A little too overspray right there. But the general overall look to it, to me, is fine. Just gonna clean it off a little bit. Then I'm gonna install the front end, put that on, put the lights on, and that probably just be the end of this video. So the next video, you're gonna see me sound dead in the whole cab. And then I fully haven't decided yet, but I might paint the drums. But let me go put this bumper on really quick and let's see how it looks.
Jayo, is that you?
So the front of the mini truck is done. Let's do a recap of everything we did in this video. So we painted the headlight covers, the bumper, red tow hook looking nice. We got the red calipers looking fresh. I'm gonna maybe paint the drums black or red. Last but not least, we paint the battery cover black. Thank you for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Next, we're gonna sound dead in the whole interior, clean this whole thing up, and give the outside a nice deep clean. And hopefully by then my tires come in for the new rims. And then what we're gonna do with these is paint these black, and we'll be done. Peace.